welcome back to the freaking channel, and or just welcome to the channel in general. I'm Julianne and I am finally back with another monthly plan with me. I recognize that it has been a very long time. I get it. I've been very bad at being able to do consistent monthly bullet journaling because quite frankly, that's just not how I journal anymore. I do journal on a daily basis, just getting my thoughts down, just trying to figure out what my day is gonna look like, my week's gonna look like, but I don't sit down every single month and spend like 10 to 12 hours hand drawing a bullet journal anymore. It just doesn't cut it for my lifestyle anymore. So I've decided to change the formats of these videos. I really miss doing these kinds of videos, and hopefully this compromise works for the both of us. In this video, we'll be planning both November and December, and from here on out, all of my bullet journal videos are gonna be done in 3-month chunks at a time. So like a quarterly bullet journal, because that's honestly how I do it at this point. So I hope that's okay with you guys, and if it's not, we can discuss it some more later. If you're here to plan with me, make sure you have your bullet journal ready, and if you're here just to hang out, make sure you have a snack, a beverage, and let's get on with the narration. For November's theme, I decided to go with cozy reading, and these are the sticker sheets I'll be using throughout the spread. I'll also be using 4 different rolls of washi tape. 3 of them are just various brown grid tapes, and one of them is going to be this cute autumn leaf design. For my pens, I have 2 Tombow brush pens as per usual, and also 2 Pigma microns for lining and writing. And of course, everything will be linked down below with precise numbers and all that jazz. For those of you who have watched my videos in the past, you will have immediately noticed that there is something fishy about this video outside of combining 2 months into one video. And for those of you who maybe this is like your first video you've ever watched from me, I'm so sorry. We're about to get like a little bit personal because I've been gone for like a year, and it'd be so weird if I just came back with another bullet journal video and I didn't say anything about it. So I'm so sorry about that, but I mean, if this is your first video, it's probably better because you'll know that a lot of my videos are just a lot of like thought tangents that I'm just expressing to my community, and it's, I don't know, kind of like a weird therapy session. So if you're not about that, you can just like mute me and watch the video. But anyway, back to the video, I'm not hand drawing my cover page, nor will I really traditionally draw anything else in this entire video. And I mean, I'll do like little tiny doodles here and there that really anyone can do, but I am no longer going to be making these elaborate traditional drawings in my bullet journal. The truth of the matter is I'm a sticker girly, and I have been a sticker girly for a very long time. And I know, shocker, I'm so sorry to disappoint. The only thing that really had me sticking to doing these really intense drawings every month in my bullet journal was to make these videos for you guys, and I eventually burned out. Like, spectacularly, I burned out. I tried coming back multiple times with the same exact plan, which is so stupid because why would I think that doing the same thing over and over would come out with a different result? But that's a different problem. It just wasn't sustainable for me or my lifestyle or how I use my bullet journal, but I just kept doing it because I didn't want to let anyone down. I don't know if you guys knew this, but filming every video, just the filming part took like 8 to 10 hours sometimes, and then the editing would also take me a lot of time because I'm not a professional editor, so I don't really know what I'm doing. So in total, these themes, these bullet journals would take me like a whole week, and that just is not sustainable. Actually, we're just going to take a small break from this little talk to talk about the section of the journal that I am currently working on, and then we'll get back to all my excuse making. This is my monthly goals section where I separate all my goals into my shop, my social media accounts, and of course my personal goals. On the top half of the chart, I write all my goals down, and then at the bottom, I turn these goals into actionable tasks for the month, so it's not just like a daunting goals list to tackle, it's like real tangible things that I have to do. Also, these sticker sheets are available on my shop, which is linked down below if you're interested in following along. I actually have a much bigger shop update coming this Friday, November 3rd, so I get why that might be annoying if you're looking to buy other sheets from the holiday release. So because of this inconvenience, I'm going to be giving you guys, my YouTube crew, 10% off with the code on the screen until the shop update is released. Hopefully this offsets some of the shipping costs if you do end up placing 2 orders. This shop update is probably my favorite of the year because it's super fall and very holiday themed, so it's very, very cozy, and I'm quite proud of it. So yeah, if you're interested in that, that's going to be happening this Friday, November 3rd, and until then, you guys have 10% off. And now back to the complaining. I got into bullet journaling because I wanted to have a fun and effective way to organize my life in a personal way, and also I wanted to start journaling to get to know myself a little bit better. but also as a creative outlet because at the time I was studying to become a dentist and I had given up art when I was like a single digit, and I just really miss being creative. So when I saw one of Amanda's videos, I just thought, wow, this is literally perfect, and it gave me an excuse because I felt like I had to have an excuse to be able to draw. And now I'm just really thankful to that journey in a lot of ways because it has led me to becoming a full-time artist now where I really don't need an excuse to draw. In fact, drawing is what I need to do in order to make a living, which, you know, it's like another problem in and of itself, which we can discuss another time. But yeah, I still need a place to help me organize, plan, and also journal. So I'm back, I'm journaling again, and we're gonna do it in a way that works for me, and hopefully you guys will still be okay with these videos. I'm so sorry. I know it's really different, but I'm sorry. And at one point I did buy like one of those like pre-made planners, and oh my god, it was so awful. It just didn't make any sense to the way I like to plan, and it was so ugly, and I'd rather die before my journal and or my planner is ugly. So here I am. Anywho, back to the actual spread. I'm working on the tracker page, which is where I have my habit tracker and my thought tracker, which is really just a dedicated section where I jot down some thoughts every morning. And if I have a lot of thoughts that day, I'll make a bigger entry elsewhere, but this is where I like to jog the mind. For my habits, I'll be tracking the usual, which is waking up at 7 a.m. I am slowly working my way to 6:30, but I am possibly the sleepiest person in the world. During the day, I am the Energizer Bunny, but right when my head like hits the pillow, I am out cold. My sister sometimes worries that I'm actually dead because that's how still and quiet I am when I sleep. But yeah, for now, 7 a.m. is the habit. I really can't do any better. It's been a big struggle, but that's why we're trying to build a habit out of it. Next up is stretching and then sketching. Ooh, that kind of rhymes. I love that. Then journaling, drinking enough water, and then also going outside. And that might seem kind of stupid, but sometimes I'll be indoors like a gremlin for like 3 days straight and then wonder why I'm so sad. And it really is just because I haven't seen the sun or touched grass. And lastly, I am tracking my protein intake because I'm trying to get absolutely jacked. I want to look like I can piece anyone up. Like if you looked at me, you'll be afraid. You don't want to mess with me because you'll get mollywopped. I'm just kidding, I don't need to get that jacked. But I do wear a lot of like tank top / like muscle tee or like muscle top kind of deal. And I want to like every time I like turn a little bit or if I put my arms up, you see a little definition, you know, like, ooh, she might be in the boxing gym. You know, that's the kind of look I'm going for. So I need to up that protein. Moving on to the weekly spread, I'm going in with a Dutch door design, and this is really just the easier and more efficient spread when it comes to weeklies. And it's definitely a go-to for me. And here I'm just making this cute little heading. I've been really enjoying how layering looks. So it's been really fun for me to experiment with different kinds of headers now that journaling takes a significantly less amount of time. Also, I've been having a great time with this glue tape thing. I absolutely adore it. I've seen other like journaling scrapbooking girlies use it, and I found it on Amazon and I bought it immediately because I wanted to be them so bad. And confirmed, it's really fun to use. I highly recommend. On the outermost columns of this spread is where I put my weekly goals and tasks, and I get these directly from the monthly goals breakdown page in the front of this spread. What I've done this year is I've taken all my yearly goals and just broke them down into quarterly goals and actionable tasks, and I do the same thing each and every month until I have these little bite-sized pieces to organize into each week. This makes attaining goals so much easier for me because all I have to do each week is follow the little cookie crumb trail to the end, and all of a sudden I have things done. Once I have all of my weekly columns set up, it's just time to add a little pizzazz with my washi tape and stickers to the rest of the spread, and then we are done. Nice, cute, and efficient little spread. I really enjoyed making this one because the theme is just so quintessentially fall. The idea of cozying up with a little book and a warm blanket and a little beverage, it just feels so perfectly autumn. And during this time of year, it's just so well themed that I love hamming it up and really playing into the existing vibes. Recently, I have actually gotten back into the reading grind. I am very much like a fantasy, sci-fi kind of girl. And don't get me wrong, I also love romance. Give me a good enemies to lover and I'm all about it. Recently, I just finished Fourth Wing, and right now I am finishing up Iron Flame, and I have some controversial opinions about it. This book was recommended to me by a friend, and he told me that there was not that much romance in it, and I was just completely lied to. Not that I don't love an enemies to lovers, but he sold it to me as like a high fantasy novel, and honestly, on Goodreads, it's also kind of sold as a high fantasy novel. But in reality, the high fantasy aspect of it, which is actually very casually written compared to a lot of other high fantasy novels, is very much like in the background compared to the romance that's happening in the foreground. And also, a lot of the conspiracy and story points feel very, very, very familiar to other very famous high fantasy novels. And it's not just that I got duped. Like, I got over the fact that I got duped. But even in the romance, there is no chemistry. Where is the romance? You know, each of these characters in the love triangle, they just feel like very stereotypical archetypes of these kinds of characters that often end up in love triangles. I really don't mind that the girl is that protagonist that's like, I am fragile and I don't look like I can do a lot, but I am very significant and very smart and I don't know I'm beautiful, but I'm secretly the most beautiful woman here. I really don't mind that cliche too much, but I was really just sent into orbit when I found out that the bad boy character with a heart of gold just didn't really have that much depth to him. So if each character doesn't have that much depth, it's really hard to build that kind of chemistry. I don't know. But then again, I'm not a book reviewer, I'm not a book YouTuber, so what do I know? It's just not my cup of tea and was a little cliche in my opinion, but I'm not trying to poo-poo on you guys. If you love Fourth Wing, I am really not trying to poo-poo on you. And I'm a little scared of Fourth Wing fans actually, because I expressed these opinions on a Instagram story, and before I posted it, Instagram gave me a warning that people, like other users, have reported similar stories in the past. Which is like making me wonder, who are these Fourth Wing fans just reporting people for like expressing an opinion? It was kind of crazy. But anyway, I'm not trying to like mess with you guys. I'm really not. My next book is going to be Six of Crows, which I'm really excited about. And if you guys have any other like high fantasy romance novels to recommend to me, please let me know in the comments below. And now we are moving on to the December spread, and the theme is going to be a cozy Christmas village where I have my little sprout characters and they are setting up their homes and shops for the holidays. And yes, these little guys are sprouts, they're not radishes or daikons. They are my original characters that I am super duper proud of and having a lot of fun with in building out like their little world and their characters and their personalities with their little jobs. I just think it's so much fun, and I'm thinking about giving them like little evolutions similar to Pokemon. I am like obsessed with Pokemon, and I've been obsessed with Pokemon since I was a wee baby, and I just feel like because my sprouts are like plant sprouts, they can grow into more mature plants, but I don't know, it's just like an idea I'm playing with. But I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. This could totally be like a collaborative process because I'm just one lady living in my imagination, so it'd be nice to hear some like outside thought. And here I'm just setting up my cover page like I did with the previous spread. Again, I'm playing with layering some washies and different stickers to create a cohesive look. And I've been really enjoying adding a border around my cover page, especially if the focal point is super heavily centered. I just think this visually helps balance everything out on the page a little more. And oh my god, calligraphy. I haven't done really any hand lettering in I feel like years, so I am a little rusty, so forgive me that it is a little shaky. Moving on to the monthly goals spread, I'm again setting up this grid that has just really helped me manage my life so much. When I say I love bullet journaling for its personalization and practical use, this is what I mean. Last year, I was finally diagnosed with adult ADHD, and that was just like a whole trip. And I know that diagnosis has lost a lot of meaning with its popularization on social media, and also the issue of just like self-diagnosing as a whole.
But it is still really important to remember that it is still disabling to those who are heavily affected by it, and your struggles shouldn't be made to feel diminished just because everyone says, oh, everyone has ADHD. That's just objectively not true. In my everyday life, it definitely affects my capacity for executive function, especially for memory or being able to pay attention to things. And because of this, it's really important for me to build systems in my life to help me keep on track, but also to have backup systems to catch me when I inevitably fall behind from, let's say, ADHD paralysis or just not being able to pay attention. That's actually a huge reason why I'm planning my journals in chunks rather than month to month. Because I've been working with a therapist and we found that I am just far more likely to use something that's already there and in my face, that's very important, it has to be in my face, than to conjure something up every single month and then fall behind when I inevitably procrastinate or forget. And with the year coming to an end, I'll be goal planning and organizing for 2024 very soon. So let me know if you guys want to see a video about my process of how I'll be setting up my shop and YouTube channel for success in 2024. And of course, I'm going to be doing the bullet journal plan with me, but it's more so an in-depth look as to how I goal set and plan for the whole year. And I know that sounds very productivity YouTuber-y, and admittedly, I've been watching a lot of that. It's kind of like ASMR to me. I'm not really listening to their advice because a lot of it is hooey, but it's just they speak in a cadence that is just kind of nice to my ears. It just rings in my head in a nice way. But it's not really that. I'm not really trying to sell you guys on anything. It's more so that I struggled so much in the past year and a half, and I finally found a way to really get myself on track to be able to live a life that I am very content with at the moment. So I would like to share that so you guys don't have to, suffer the way that I did. And now we are moving on to the trackers page, which I will again have the habit tracker and thoughts tracker, but this time I'll also have a little gift guide or gift tracker. This is where I'll write down all the people that I need to get a gift for in my life and then make sure that I am getting them a gift. I'll have a little tick mark next to their name when I get them a gift, and also I'll be putting a little budget next to each of their names. Again, maybe you guys don't have to do this, but I am a very, very forgetful person. It's not that I don't care, it's just I can't keep a memory in my head ever. And I would also really, really hate to forget to give someone a gift because I love gift giving. I especially love, of course, I like the buying process and thinking about the person process, but I love wrapping presents. When I was a kid, I used to help my sister wrap presents, and she was 5 years older than me, so the gap is kind of significant in terms of what I was able to do. So I would just rip the tape for her and hold tape on my fingers, salad finger. I don't know if you guys know that reference. It's kind of old, but it is a decent reference if you know what it is. So when I became old enough to be able to handle scissors and properly wrap gifts, I was just obsessed with wrapping the prettiest gift. And to this day, I still absolutely love it. And once I have all the trackers drawn out, it's time to go in with your washi tape and the sticker sheets to add a little fun and jazz it up a little bit. When I was making these sticker sheets, it was so much freaking fun to think about what these sprouts would be living in. In my mind, they live in a forest and it's very cute, and they own their own businesses and have their own homes, some of which that they build themselves, so they're real structures, and others are repurposed things such as litter of a milk carton or a soda can, which I did draw out in these sticker sheets, and I decorated them all Christmassy because that's what they're doing in this sticker sheet, and I just think it's so freaking cute. And now that I think about it, it is a little sad that they do have any kind of litter to pick up to make into a new home, but it's also kind of nice that they're repurposing it. Moving on to the weeklies, we are again going with a Dutch door design, but this time we're doing it a little differently. Instead of cutting vertically, we're going to cut horizontally to create these spaces on the bottom that can flip. I separated the pages out by 1/3 at the top and 2/3 at the bottom. This is just a rough guesstimate. And I did this because the day-to-day portion where I write down all the tasks takes up more space than the top, which will be where all my weekly goals go. I feel for most people, the end of the year is their sleepy season. That's where things start to slow down a little bit and people kind of just go into hibernation. But for me, it is like the busiest time of year. That's when all my sales are happening. That's when like holiday gift giving is happening. So things are really busy with the shop. And then I'm in the planning space. So I have to make all these planning videos for the end of the year to the start of the year. And I'm not complaining. This is like a lot of fun for me. But it's just like really funny because I feel like people are starting to like slow down and wanting to hang out, and that's when I'm like on the most go mode. Like I am in a very festive mood, but I am also very like go, go, go. Oh, and we're using one of the stickers that I love the most on this sheet. It is the sprout that lives in the to-go box, and I just think it's so freaking cute. I have no idea how that would be like structurally sound or what the interior would look like, but I think the idea is so freaking cute. Not to like toot my own horn or anything, but I am going to a little bit because it is cute.
아직도 난 격이 흐릿하게 또 의미하게 나의 아니 자주 난 어제.
And here I'm just drawing a cute little header where I'm drawing basically bubble letters, but then I'm also integrating some mistletoe using my Pigma Micron. I believe this is the 005, and the line is so freaking fine. I love it so much. For one, I want to draw something a little bit busy, and if you have a thicker pen, it's going to look really crazy, so it's nice having something that is very, very fine line.
I just wanna be with you right now. 너의 기억 속에 남아서 I just wanna be remembered. 너의 잔상 속에 살면서 oh yeah. I just wanna be with you right now. 너의 기억 속에 남아서 I just wanna be with you babe. I just 남겨진 향기 가끔 내 방안을 채워도 여기저기에 숨어 있어 내 맘 곳곳에서 yeah. 너의 의자에 남아있는 온기를 느껴 때때로 먼지 덮인 그 잔들이 시간을 멈춰 떠났지만 여전히 머물러 날 잡아주는 너 다가가도 멀게만 느껴져 Just wanna be with you right now 너의 기억 속에 남아서 I just wanna be remembered 너의 잔상 속에 살면서 oh yeah I just wanna be with you right now 너의 기억 속에 남아서 I just wanna be with you babe I just 잔상에 남아 그림자에
Thank you so much for watching my video. It means the whole freaking world to me. I know I have been very horrible at not giving people abandonment issues, but I promise you guys I'm going to be trying my best to post every single Monday. From here on out, we will be having more bullet journal videos in the future, again, on a quarterly basis. And yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos from me, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and please go into the comment section because I love the freaking comment section. I love just chit-chatting. If you guys have any like video recommendations for the future, let me know what you guys like to see. And check out that description box below if you guys want to see any of my supplies or the sticker sheets that were used in this video. They're all gonna be linked down there as well. So yeah, all right, bye.